want to be a homeowner, but you don't know where to start? Guess what? I'm going to help guide you through. My name is Cameron Diabas, and I am a seasoned mortgage professional, and I am the podcaster general of the Homebuyer Hustle. And I'm here to help guide you through credit, income, assets, the mortgage application, and all those pitfalls that you need to avoid, things you may not have known about. And there's a special bonus just for you. That's right, just for you. We're also going to talk about down payment assistance. We're also going to talk to real estate professionals, people in the real estate game, inspectors, and that are going to be able to help let you know what they look for when they're inspecting homes and so forth. So without any other delay, let's take the dive. Let's have some fun. Hello, I see you made it back. Great. I know it's been a long week, and I know we have a lot of work left ahead of us. And you know what? We never said it was going to be easy. I'm trying to give you as much of market insight as possible. And the reason being is I want you to be able to go into the marketplace with as much information and as much knowledge as you possibly can to be able to be as competitive with your offer as possible. All right? So, without any further delay, we're going to do it. We're going to dive right in. So, we've talked about credit, we've talked about income, we talked about assets, and we talked about the mortgage application. So now, what happens once you get that pre-approval? So you go, we're going to calculate your income, see if you can afford that house that you want and within that payment that you like. And then we're going to issue you a pre-qualification letter only if it doesn't go to an underwriter. I'm going to say hence. So here's an important nugget to take away. You want a fully underwritten pre-approval. A pre-approval. A pre-approval is an approval that has been reviewed by the underwriter and it's already been fully conditioned. Okay? That is going to give you the strongest offer. Remember, pre-qualification, no underwriting. Pre-approval, they have an underwriter who's reviewed it and approved it and also given you conditions. So then, as a loan officer, we would already start working on those conditions with you. So by time you put your offer in, all that should be necessary would be the home inspection, if you elect to have it. 2, your appraisal, because you have to have the property appraised to make sure that the value of the property supports the purchase price. And then the third one is just verification of income. Certainly already verified your income, but because of that mortgage crisis we've talked so many times about throughout these podcasts, we have to do a verification of employment within 10 days of the loan funding. Okay, so they want to make sure you're still currently employed. There's been no changes. Your hours haven't went from 40 to 20. Remember, if that happens, please, please, please let your loan officer know there's been a change in your financial situation, because they will better allow us to adjust to what we need to do. And there may be simply some cases where you don't qualify. And I understand it's heartbreaking. But the fact of the matter is, don't have your hours reduced. Number 2, don't quit your job. Remember, don't quit your job. You know, you got to keep everything as is and keep very little changes. Don't charge up your credit cards. Don't quit paying your bills. All of those other things. You just want to keep doing what you were doing before when you got your approval, your pre-approval. Okay. So now that you have that, remember we talked about the pre-approval. So now that you have the pre-approval, you want to make sure that you start looking around for homeowners insurance check and see if the property, and your real estate agent would know, and check to see if your property is in a floodplain, okay? Because flood insurance would be required if it's in a floodplain, okay? So that's going to be an additional expense onto your monthly payment, okay? So other than that, you keep your job, you're not changing anything, you're moving forward, you got your homeowner's insurance, your flood insurance only if needed, and you keep moving, right? So, and that's once you found that perfect home that you want and you put your offer in and your offer was accepted. So if your offer hasn't been accepted, you're not going to get homeowner's insurance on a home you don't own, right? You're just going to hold tight. What we're finding in the current marketplace right now, and I have another guest. You remember Cindy Rice from Madrona Real Estate? Well, she's going to be back today, and she's going to give us further insight of what you can do to be competitive as possible and to also got to put everything in perspective. And by that, I mean, right now we're dealing with a few important factors. And number one, interest rates are a challenge. Okay, interest rates are a challenge. Number two, there's an inventory shortage, which means that there's not enough homes available that are for sale. There's a lot of home buyers out there that currently have a home that want to upgrade or downgrade, but aren't going to sell their current home, knowing that they have to trade in their interest rate of 3% for something that's 7% or 6%. So what does that mean? They're not going to trade in their 3% for 7 or 6%. So what does that mean to you? Well, what it means to you hustlers is you got to grind. You got to use your real estate professional and your mortgage professional, and you need to formulate a plan of how you're going to get what you want at a price that's fair. You know, in some cases, it's going to be not fair as far as you're concerned. I mean, it's just going to be higher than you wanted to pay anyway. But what I'm trying to angle at is, as a mortgage lender, we offer mortgage loans with renovation financing. So what that does for you is, say, for example, you find a home and they're asking, say, $35,000 more or more than you want to pay. You have the option to take out renovation financing. So what'll happen is it'll be one loan. You can do up to $35,000, okay? And then it would help cover any repairs, replacement of carpet, painting, appliances, things of that nature. So you don't have to do this. I've seen this happen more than once. So I see somebody go and buy a house and it needs carpet. You know, they thought they could live with the carpet at the time. They can't when they're walking around with it. It looks disgusting. They have to get it replaced. They would rather have, you know, luxury vinyl plank flooring, or they want to have carpet, or then whatever the case may be, right? So they go to like Home Depot or Lowe's, or they go to another store and they open up an account and buy carpet and then have somebody install it. Then they end up with that payment for the carpet, and then whatever savings that they may have had that was used to pay for the labor to install the carpet, that money was depleted out of their savings because, you know, that was the only option that they had at that time. So with renovation financing, will allow you to finance that money into your loan. And the beauty of it is that now when you're moving into the home, it's totally move-in ready. It's got the paint that you like, the carpet you like, the new appliances, the yard's upgraded, or whatever, however you want it. And it's already one payment. So you don't have to pay make a credit card payment or another loan payment if you would have hypothetically put that on your credit card or open up an account with one of those big box stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, or Carpet Emporium or wherever. So it gives you an option. It's another strategy that we can use. You can get a seller credit. Seller credit would help you either buy the rate down. It's not going to have you replace the carpet or any of that, but it will allow you to be able to buy your interest rate down towards the closing costs or whatever. So, and that's a nice little option as well to help get your payment right around where you need it to be. I've been working on another guest for us that is going to give us, remember Cindy Rice? We had her on last time. She's going to come back and she's going to let us know, the latest and greatest of the market updates, what they're saying, what her managing broker. So a managing broker a lot of times is the main manager. There's other cases where they're the owner of that real estate office. So it's that managing broker. Her managing broker has 5 of the John L. Scotts, and he comes out with some really great marketing strategies, things that you've got to do. Because you know what? You can't just sit there on your hands going, well, we're going to have to sit it out this year. We're just not ready. You need to get ready. You need to be so ready when the minute things change that you can pounce. And I mean pounce with both feet on that home, that deal of a lifetime. Because you want to know what? Remember, I always say this. You don't wait to buy real estate. You need to be buying it now. But the issue with it now is that it's scarcity. It's like diamonds in the rough. And you just have got to really be very mindful and very strategic. Get ready. Keep all of your paperwork, your pay stubs. Don't have your hours reduced. Don't go and quit your job because you're working too many hours and your boss is a pain in the ass. Don't do that. You got to hold tight, man. You got your family's legacy at stake. So Cindy will be with us next time. I'm excited to share her with you again. I love our roundtables. I'm going to have another realtor on here as well. And I'm not going to tell you his name because you're going to have to wait. So tune in for next time. Can't wait to see ya. Woo, that was a lot of information to take in. You know what? I'm proud of you. You hung on it and you followed it through. So here's the best part. It's only going to get better. I guarantee it. You know what? So what I want you to do is I want you to bookmark this. I want you to watch it, subscribe, and rewatch it. Then, do me a favor. Have your friends watch it and your friends subscribe to it. Until the next episode, I expect to see you in your seat ready and willing. Because remember, you're always going to get what you've always got if you keep doing what you always do. So let's do this. Come on, hustlers.